Recently, we now have a media room where my team will be on Friday afternoons watching all of your films, and they've already started, even though they're not in the media room yet. So please do bring your films. It's very important. We want to get to know you. We want to know what kind of content you are producing, and again, so that we can also see what help you, what assistance you might need, what other support you could, and to open that dialogue. So we welcome you to bring that through.
We all met Mr. B yesterday. He conducted a workshop on what it is to be a director, what is a director, and so forth. And next to Mr. B is Wandile Molebati. I'm sure you know him from Intersections. He's also on Scheme, which will be screening later this afternoon, and he's currently on The Wild as well. So yes, she's like, oh wow. We are saying those questions. And next to Wandile is Loyiso Makoma. His name came up quite a lot yesterday because when I touched on the training programs that the NAVF offers, I made an example that Loyiso is a scriptwriter. He also undergone one of our script writing workshops at the NAVF. Loyiso was writing for Isidingo, and he's just moved on to be a head writer on Scandal. So yeah, please give him a big round of applause. So yesterday when I was touching on the kind of trainings that we offer at the NAVF, we briefly spoke about script writing. So I just wanted to take you back onto that. Of course you had the love and you had the experience, but when you what made you decide now to say, let me go and do the script writing that NAVF offers? And just as a follow-up to that question, how has that helped you to kind of progress, to move forward?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, I just have to express great gratitude to the NFVF because in all honesty, had it not been for them, I don't think I'd be here. There's a lot that obviously brings to party. You have to have the talent, you have to have, I suppose, some level of education. They're attributes that you must bring to the party as well. But I mean, the basic process for me is, after my undergrad, I just sat down on a computer and I wrote. I had a sense of what a script required because we consume film all the time, we consume television all the time. You know that there's stuff that you see on screen, you know people of dialogue, you know that there are locations. You probably have to kind of incorporate those things into a script. And I hadn't learned anything, I just sat down and I wrote. And I submitted that script to the NFVF. And obviously I wasn't delusional in thinking that they'd fund it. It was just me trying to find some way of breaking in. And I got called by them, and I was told very blatantly and very bluntly that, look, this obviously is not at a point where it's ready for any kind of production, but we see that you have talent. And that this program that do you want to be a novelist? Do you want to give it back through film? Do you want to, it's your choice. You can end up being a poet because a writer can be so many things. And I think I was just drawn to, film and television and telling stories through that medium. So in a sense, that's how it all began for me. When you get to a point where you know something's your purpose, guys, you do everything that is required for you to be the best that you can be at it. Okay, if you're not willing to put in the work, then I don't think that will result in any kind of success. Okay, so I was the kind of person that went out and got the books, I read the books. So when I got to the NFVF, the bar literally went from being here in terms of standard and quality to being right up here. It was a real challenge, and it almost was the kind of challenge that I needed. So that is the opportunity that you guys have as well, because the Spark program is still running. And I mean, the beauty about it also is the NFVF's interest in seeing people grow. Because I think I was on this program probably 2006, 2007. Today I teach it, okay? So those are the opportunities that are available to you guys as well, depending on how much you commit to it. You have to be committed. You have to have dedication. You have to be ambitious, okay?
On the one level, you can be prepared by actually knowing the lines, like relating to the character and understanding what the preparation, which people tend to overlook. You need representation, You need to, there's this saying that says luck is actually just opportunity that needs preparation. That's all it is, You need to have an agent and you need to know when auditions are happening. And it might seem so simple and so basic, but like in Joburg, we have this huge casting agent. I think you guys might know her, Munir Lee. She was on Amstel Lager, something. And Class Act. She was on the Class Act. Now she's a huge agent. And what's great about being, I'm not with her, but anyway, what's great about being with Munir is that whenever there's an international film, whenever there's a series that's got a big budget, she gets the briefs first. So in Durban, a lot of people, because like we went to Makufe a few months ago, and people are always saying that, yeah, but there's no agents for us here because all the work's in Joburg. Unfortunately, that's the case around the globe. It's not just South Africa. People move to Los Angeles without work, without a plan, and they go move there because that's where people are casting their films. And the reality is that if you want to be an actor, you need to find an agent who's going to find you work, so you can go to the auditions and meet the directors and meet the loyisos and say to them, look, I'll be good to play a gangster,Ll be good to play a whatever. It's about being ready for the audition, but also about being able to know about the audition. So I guess those two things.
Wow.
I work in a hospital, so when I work in a hospital, I'm more like influenced by more psychological. Anything like when I'm writing, I'll write more psychological, like the thing that is happening within my character, it's the character that causes it. More than like an external event, like somebody, the car will come and knock you out. How do we strike a balance when you're writing for South African audience, if you want to write more like a psychological or massive and external event?
Guys, there's certain principles that govern storytelling. I'm not saying you can't do that, but it takes you to have walked a certain path. It takes you having acquired some level of experience under your belt to be able to do that. What we're going to talk about later is classical storytelling, guys, and introduce you to the fundamental principles that make an audience engage with a film. And I mean, just to kind of touch upon it very briefly, a big...
Loyiso, please tell me, bro, what is the difference between a head writer and a script writer? Because a head writer sounds as if like a top dog. What's the difference exactly? What do you do?
Don't get head writers in film. Film is a different animal. There's only the one writer, that's who the story belongs to, or in fact what some production companies do is that if they feel they have a good concept, they bring in a script writer, what is called the hired gun. Okay? So a head writer oversees the department, they oversee the vision for the next few years about the direction that we want to take in terms of story. A script writer in the context of television is someone that works in the team under a head writer. Does that make sense?
This workshop helped me a lot because you see, as a radio drama writer, you need to know how to write a script, a film script. So it helped me a lot because Mr. B explained everything. But why I'm here is because I want to know how to produce, how to direct and produce the film. Because for me it will be easy because I'm already an established writer.